Welcome to a brand new season of F1 Manager 2023, our McLaren simulation career. We're now no longer simulating, we're predicting the development curve, where McLaren will be at the end of this season. 2024, that's where we're starting off. First things first, what happened in the previous season? We got second in the fastest pit stop DHL Fastest Pit Stop Championship, getting us a 10.5 million bonus. Randeep Singh has some low morale, but his morale goes up because of this. World confidence is extremely high. Drivers' Championship, Oscar Piastri gets 13th with 8 points. Not much, but it is what it is. Lando Norris gets 7th with 133 points and 2 podiums. Beautiful stuff. No wins, but our car was never challenging for wins. We were just there, third, fourth, fifth best car on the grid. But by the end of the season, we were fifth best. But we made it to the end of the season with having only taken one penalty for components. We took an ERS component around the Japanese Grand Prix, but we got very far. Sixth in the championship gets us 141 points. It is what it is. And our team rating goes down a little, because we've lost out on some championship locations, but we got 7th. Our board objective was 7th. Our final position was 6th. We one-upped them. We wanted 5th just to make it a massive improvement, but it is what it is. Our driver ratings went down, but our principal rating went up. So as a team principal, we were very good, but our ability to show what the team could do went down. Team rating went down by 1 notch. Heritage went down by 1 notch. And drivers, we had a rookie on our hands, so we couldn't really improve much unless he was going to get podiums. But it is what it is. Constructors went up slightly. Pretty good. 1.5 million bonus because of the board confidence. And we are in to a 6-day closing for structural analysis. As you can see, we've got regulation changes that are happening. We got 6th, so we get CFD improvements. We get some wind tunnel improvements, and we've actually done what we needed to do. We're going to switch over to the start of the next season. It'll take a moment to load, but it loads up right now. They want 7th in the Drivers' Champion. New season target, Constructor Champion, 7th. Apparently, but I think this is going to change as soon as we accept it. And we are into the new season. Sponsored objectives, that's what we're going to start off with. Race simulator events. We can't really change it. We're going to keep it at that. Hospitality. We can't change it. It's a requirement by the people. Now, factory events we're not going to do. Driver appearances, pretty good. I think we're going to keep it as is. We're going to increase the driver appearances for car 2 for Lando. And we're going to increase it to 4 for the weeks. For 4 weeks, basically. It's good enough. And we're going to confirm that. And the season's objectives, 7th or above. That's our objective. Podium contender is a long-term objective for 2026. That's pretty good. We start out with 57 million. But let's not forget, we've actually made a massive improvement in side pods, in chassis. We're doing very well. Let's not forget that. So we are doing very well. Now, the cheapest engine we have is a Renault. But the best performing engine we had last season was a Red Bull, which saves us 1 million. Ferrari's kind of out of the question because there's really nothing to gain. We could stick with Mercedes, or we could go to Red Bull for the more power. I personally think that we should stick with Mercedes. Yes, the Red Bull power engine is better, but realistically speaking, McLaren will probably not go to the Red Bull engine. So, I mean, the worst we could do is, because look, if you take a look at what happens, power loss threshold is 65%. So that's where we start losing out a little bit more. You know, 65, which is very good. The Mercedes engine is very good. It loses out on power. You know, it's a very resilient engine. Thermal resistance is very good. It's on par with the Red Bull engine in all aspects except for power. Power, that's where we lose out. But aerodynamically and every other aspect, we can make it. So I think we'll stick with Mercedes for the season. Just being realistic here. Obviously, the upside of taking a Red Bull engine would be to go for the 1 million extra that you have left because that's the difference. I mean, we would have 58 million, but that 1 million is not something that, for some reason, it's not. For some reason, it's not accepting it. Okay, I'll get back to you guys once. For some reason, I cannot click. For some reason, I can't click it, so I'm gonna go to main menu. Get back to the screen. So, there we go. Perfect. I had to redo everything, but like, you will not notice any difference. Let's get into the season with the Mercedes engine. And here we are. Here we are. 53 days left. 1st of January. This all is going to change. Let's not forget. I'm actually curious to see who won the championship. A lot of drivers from here, not there. Let's take a look at what has happened in this entire thing. They stayed around the same. Didn't really go down, which is very good to see. We're doing very well. Very, very well. ATR starting today. Everything looking decent. New locations are in effect. Accuracy is improved. Alex Pillow. Why is it showing Alex Pillow? Pit crew training. We'll focus on time for now. And wheel gun. I've been well rested. I'm going to stop that right now. Take a look at our car. And as you can see, we are doing okay. Our brake cooling leaves a little to be desired. Powertrain looks good. Chassis looks good. Front wing showing basically nothing. Rear wing. Okay. So we did lose out quite considerably. But what is the difference to the team that's the best on the grid? What's that difference? Significant, but not crazy. Significant, but not crazy. Okay. I like to see that. Yeah. So it's showing that we're the worst car on one of the worst cars on the grid. Structural analysis. It's fine. All fine. All good. Let's take a look at the team rosters. That's what we're curious about. Any big changes? Giovinazzi goes to Red Bull as a reserve. Okay, that's surprising. Felipe Drugovich goes to Ferrari as a reserve. Zane Maloney takes over Felipe Drugovich's place as reserve for Aston Martin. Mercedes basically keeps their entire lineup the same. Alex Palou goes to Alpine. Ooh, Logan Sargent is out of the Williams. Jack Doohan goes from Alpine to Haas. And Ricciardo goes to Alpha Tauri. And Alfa Romeo keeps its lineup basically the same. Okay. Next. This is looking pretty decent. There is not really any major shakeups. We've got the first woman in F2. Oh, is this F3? Sorry. F3. And F2. We've got a woman in F2. Violeta Almeida. Wow. That's surprising. Didn't expect to see a woman up there just yet, but it's good to see that. Frederick Vesti, someone to keep an eye on, I think. Enzo Fittipaldi, someone to keep an eye on. Seems Isaac Hajar, also someone to keep an eye on. Okay, board objectives. 6th or above. They want us to get 6th. I think we can do that. Board budget. Looking good. Team rating. Not amazing. But it is good. Okay. I feel like we're gonna get something good out of this. Let's go to cars. Let's go to development. We have a temporary shutdown another few days. There we go. Let's start off. Okay, how much improvement do we need to close the gap to, say, a Red Bull, which is the best car in high speed and medium speed and high speed? That's a 10th. 1.1. 1. So yeah, 0.1 is will cause us a major difference. Okay, we got 4. So that gives us a good one. You know what? I'm gonna use a calculator here. We're gonna use a calculator. 6 divided by 4. It's 1.5. And that's for 20. Okay, we're no longer going to touch the lifespans. We're going to focus on okay. What we're going to do is focus on medium. Okay. Okay. Okay, that gives us a high speed improvement, but I think we need we need some major improvements here. I think an even improvement in every aspect is required. I think 2 to 4 races, I think that's a good start. And I'm gonna rush this first one. Come in 28 days. We're gonna rush the first few upgrades, I think. Just to get like the pricey ones, of course. We're not gonna go this way. That gives us a massive improvement. And then we're gonna go that way. That will also come in time. So we need our first set of upgrades. The most expensive upgrades we have are the ones we're going to work on first. Just to get the most out of each component. There we go. Ooh, we're getting a lot of expertise out of our underfloor. We need a substantial increase there. Okay. Okay. 20, 27, 37. Think that's good. Just need... Okay, it'll come in on time. And our final one is the suspension. These are the most expensive upgrades we have. And this is gonna... We're gonna put this one on 10. So that once the first set of upgrades is done, we have something to work with. 2 to 4 races, that's what we want. Front airflow needs to go up. And I think that's where we are gonna take the majority of our improvements. There we go. Everything coming in before the Bahrain Grand Prix. Perfect stuff. Let's fast forward. Okay. Yeah, we'll change the deadline for the front wing. I'm fine. We're fine with that. Let's go to staff. Engineering team, we can't really increase it. Scouting team, we can't increase that either. Pit crew is well rested. Let's go to facilities and spend some money. Yeah. Everything is in. Okay, first things first. We need an improvement in the wind tunnel. It's 12 million. But we can also just pump the 8 million into that one. Or the 10 mil and the 10 million we need for suspension simulator. We still above 30 mil. And then we'll refurbish these guys. Yeah, we'll refurbish these ones. Puts us above 20, keeps us above 20 mil. We're not losing out too much in the team hub aspect here. So I'm fine with that. 8 million, not yet. I think we'll wait on that one. 70k, that's fine. 1 million for the weather center, we're good. We're gonna burn some money right now. We've just burned about 30 million. What did we burn this month? We burned 35 million this month. Going into January. Driver development looking great. Accuracy to 79. Tail per share already showing improvements. Let's talk about tail per share actually. Take a look at where he needs to improve specifically compared to his rival. Overtaking. That's basically where he needs to improve. So race strategy is probably the first thing on his mind. Or driving standard. But I think race strategy is probably the first thing he should focus on. Training, pit crew, schedule. Okay, 17% chance of a mistake. I think what we're gonna do we're gonna let them rest between every. Gonna let them do a pit stop drill and then we're gonna let them rest. in between. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. It gives them a lot of rest time. It keeps them busy, kind of, and it gives us something to work with. I think it gives us a lot to work with. Predominantly because it's not like a very, very bad thing. Right? It's just a difficult thing to hone down. Got a bunch of upgrades coming in right now. And manufacture the suspension right away. Or we're not gonna rush anything. Honestly, we're not gonna rush anything. Literally facility upgrade, helipad, rear wing gonna get manufactured soon. Rear wing. Even without the rushing, it's gonna be in for the next race. Manufacture on the floor. And it's gonna be one of the guys is gonna have the components for the other. Okay. Let's start the development. Chassis was the only thing that's left, right? So side pods and chassis. Those are two that are left. So we'll pump in 3 and 5. That's a good improvement. I think we'll go with rush there with 4. And side pods is the rest. And even that gets us a massive improvement. And I feel like being where we are, I think we can afford that. We can afford to do that, get everything in before the first Grand Prix. Not in terms of the actual upgrades themselves onto the car, but that it is happening in time. Obviously, it will affect our long-term upgrades. So I think our next major thing is going to be the factory, which does need that extra, like 3, we can make do with 3, but it just causes a little bit of a struggle. Chassis in as well. Okay, car parts. Go to manufacturer. Chassis. 2 million. We're good. Okay, cars. Car analysis. It is what it is. We're gonna put the components on right before the race. Okay. And car analysis, what is it showing us? That we lose out. But now, go to warehouse and we put on first the rear wing. It's gonna go on both cars anyway. Suspension, I'm gonna put it on the car 1 for now. And on the floor also on car 1. How far do we get in terms of improvement? Doesn't show anything. Mclaren. Okay, something's not right. Okay, go to Mercedes. Oh, this is Red Bull. They're the best car on the grid. How big is the difference? Not massive, but it is substantial. Okay, which team are we actually trying to beat here? Ferrari? Ferrari seems like the team that we could beat. Mercedes? Seems like a team we could potentially beat. Alpine? Yeah, seems like a team we could beat. Williams is looking ominous. Haas is looking good. AlphaTauri is someone we're absolutely going to beat as long as it's not in accelerations. Alfa Romeo is a team we're absolutely going to beat. Aston Martin is a team we could beat. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm gonna put them both on the same components. I think I'm gonna risk it already because I don't see any point in that gives us another 3 positions in side pods. Car analysis. Side pods. Okay. Three positions. That gets us to, what is that? 11th, 9th, 8th. It's 4th best car. Right now we're the 5th best car. We're starting off where we left off there. But let's get into what is important to us. Getting into Q3. Time to see what we can do on this grid.
Welcome to Sakir.
Right now.
Doesn't it feel good to be back?
The 2024 Grand Prix is Bahrain Grand Prix is where we're gonna start off. Gonna be on all new components. Let's go to car setup and start off with that. And simulate FP1. Let's get this season started, guys. Let's get it started. 49. And that's where we're gonna start. Beautiful way to start the season. I'm gonna simulate this. And 56. Okay, we need to manage practice sessions now. We need to manage practice sessions because Oscar is struggling with the setup. We only have sets of softs left for both guys. Okay. Manage practice session. We're only going to use one set of softs. Okay. They're gonna try and not use their tires that much, because we need them to really not use their tires as much. We just need them to have a setup confidence, basically. We need Piastri to step up this season, actually, because really do want them to keep position.
Have a balance check when you can.
Yeah, happy.
Copy.
Any feedback?
Yeah, satisfaction is great. I'll let them finish their runs. Let them get their understanding of these components up. Okay, that's 88. How can we improve this setup? I think that's a setup we could try for him. And we'll bump him a little there. I mean, let's be honest. Right now, they're running on a very, very low push mode, and they're still 1.6 seconds off of the front of the grid. On softs. The rest of the grid is also on softs, I believe. They are. So, it's 1.8. 2 seconds. I think we will be in Q2, but it will be very close. think the people we need to watch out for, the Haas's, the Williams, and possibly the Alpines. AlphaTauri or the Alpines. I think those are the ones that really do... That would really be a major difference makers. Is what I think. Now, we won't know exactly how good these cars are until the end of this session, and until the end of Q1. That's when we'll know what we can expect. Possibly should have not said anything about guarantees, but here we are. It's looking like a grid that... So let's see. Let's say we can get 1.4 seconds off. That would get us.
Thoughts are.
I'm happy.
Okay, copy.
How's the balance?
Okay. Piastri's done. Lando is close, but needs another run, but I think we're gonna leave him as is. Oscar is very close to optimal, so we're gonna leave it. I think this will be the end for us. We're not gonna run any other set of tires. This set's gonna be returned. We're gonna have, what is that? 5 sets of softs left for qualifying. A good situation to be in. Okay. Time for qualifying. For the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Now it's time to see.
Let's see what 2024 holds for McLaren. Components are good. Oscar Piastri uses his components a little bit less as opposed to Lando Norris. We're gonna do just the one run in the first. Let's make sure that we have the set of tires that we saved up. We have the 4. And then we have 1 left for the race and 1 for the final part of qualifying. Beautiful stuff. Let's manage Q1. See where these cars are.
Just keep an eye on the delta. The delta needs to be negative at the end of the lap. Okay, look after the fuel on the way in.
2 tenths.
So currently P4. So we're happy with that lap. So just confirming boxing and back into the garage.
Yeah, confirm.
Okay, I think Oscar had a botched run. We will put him on a new set. Lando having a cleanish run.
Currently P10. That's a good lap.
Gets
So
held
car
up
or box
yet
box.
again.
Confirm.
Gonna do a double run.
We have checkered flag now.
Oscar doesn't make it. Oh, that's just... That's sad. He got botched in every run he had. How should I have done this then? I'm just very curious to see why Lando didn't struggle as much, but Oscar did. Honestly, no point crying over spilled milk at this point. I think Q3 is not gonna be possible. The Williams teams are looking very good.
Get the delta negative. Box, and call the car.
We are better than the Aston... what is that? We are better than some of these guys. Gonna do a 2-run plan right away. And he's out. Okay. So yeah, basically every team is better than us. It has a driver that is better than one of our drivers at least. Because that's how many teams? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the... It's 9. 9 of the 10 teams. Only AlphaTauri is the one we are beating, just overall. We need our upgrades to come in ASAP. Really, that is what we need. Sergio Perez gets pole. I mean, it was a close scenario, really, it was. But a 30.1 was the cutoff time, which isn't a time we had in our hands. It seems.
The teams are
It is surprising. Now, we just need to see if we have the pace when it comes to race pace. I feel like the race pace of the car is much better. Because of our engine cooling, because of our brake cooling, where we do overpower most of the teams,
with the Bahrain Grand Prix.
I think we'll get far.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
I'm gonna turn on ERS Battle Assist. I'm gonna push the fuel. Okay. Our tire wear. That's where we kind of overpower many teams. Especially with Norris, because Norris is just on rails. Okay. We're gonna pit to the mediums because we know that we're quicker on the mediums. I think most guys go to a second set of softs. Tire history.
So Casey Temps
Yeah, most people are going to softs. We're gonna be on the softs for the last.
We've had a big crash here. So maybe debris.
You know what? We're gonna go to the mediums as well.
Yellow's ahead.
Copy.
MP11, he should have gone a little earlier, I think, but it is what it is. Okay, Magnussen gets the fast. Wow, how does that happen? Okay. He's on newer softs, but my lord. I think Alonso has a lot of damage. He's fighting Piastri, and Piastri is basically keeping up. I think Alonso has damage. Alonso probably has some major damage. Would not be surprised if that was the case. Feel like Lando might actually just make it to the end on this. I think Oscar will go to the softs.
Now we've got an incident here, and as I understand it, George Russell's involved.
Honestly, you just need some safety car or okay, soft tires it is. And
Just had a snap. Oh, okay. Copy.
okay, Oscar had some error. That's okay. You know what? We're gonna go. You're gonna go maximum attack.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Yeah, copy. Temps are climbing. Temps are now climbing.
Yeah, confirm.
Okay.
Norris has crossed the line.
Okay,
first.
so we just had a very
We tried something
surprising
earlier.
race
When you get to the FIA, we need
because
to
we
turn
got
the car fully
7th.
on.
So
That's-
take the flag.
P7 on the first race for Norris.
The McLaren driver put in a great.
It's a great performance. 6 positions, final attack. Oscar just didn't have... I think Oscar could have been P15. I think so. But the surprises of the season so far is Aston Martin. Look at where they are after this race. They had some just ill fortune, so that is understandable. But that's surprising. And we're now again fighting for this championship. We had the fastest pit stop with Lando. And our other pit stop was 3/10 off. And with that, apparently we have 7 fastest pit stops. But we only did 3. That's very weird. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. And I will see you guys in the next one. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw today. And from next race onwards, 2 races at a time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. And with that, get out of here.